to day 9 of Embody You Mindset Mastery Mind, Body, Spirit live launch. So today I want to talk a little bit about one of the main injections that I get in regards to Embody You. And that is because it is a 10-week program. So people see that and they think, oh my God, I don't have any time for this. Not at all. And so I address this a lot because it was a really big shift for my students when they decided to do it, how much more time they gained. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about time and our idea behind it. So we say we do not have time, and that is so commonly said, and yet there is this busy work that is always present, and we are not getting anything done in that time. So for example, scrolling through our phones, crazy common. How many hours a day, if you actually put a calculator on your phone, do you scroll through your phone? My bet, somewhere around 2 hours. Spooky, but it's true. Some people are on their phones for 1 hour. Some people are on their phones for 4 hours. It's insane how much time we waste on our phones. So there's that. And then there's also this busy work that we keep ourselves busy with that is trying to prove to ourselves that we're putting in all this effort and we're putting in this time, so thus we deserve a break later. And some of that busy work might be things like reorganizing something or redecorating something or perfecting something in your business or in your life. And that is an example of busy work, but yet we feel chained to it. We feel like we have to do it. And so then that work becomes anticlimactic for you being able to relax. So then we avoid anything that we would like to do. We want to turn on the mister. We want to read a book. We want to, journal our gratitudes throughout the day and all of those sorts of things. We want to do those things, but we do not set aside the time for it because we don't have time. But here's the thing about time. The more well you begin to feel, the more at ease that you are, the more time that you have, because your world reflects your innermost feelings. Okay, so let me explain this. It's called mirror neurons. So when you are always in this panic and you're always feeling like go, 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 and you walk into a room and you're already in a rush, people are going to mirror that back to you without even realizing it. This is by way of science. Without even realizing it, they are going to put more on your plate. They're going to take more of your time. All of these things that are, again, really anticlimactic for what you would like to have, which is more time. So understand that that is a huge reason why you do not have time. So how can you gain more time? The best way to gain more time is to become more well, more at peace, to become better at your boundaries around yourself and what you are willing to do, but mainly, and more importantly, out of all the things I just said, compassionate. You become compassionate to yourself for where you are in your life right now. And the more compassionate you can become, you'll find the more time you get. It's extraordinary how it works. And so an example of this is a past student of mine. We'll call her Sherry. She was running a acting studio and kind of plunking along with it and had always kind of done it. But she felt like she had no time because she had a full-time job and she had, pets at home and a busy husband and all these sorts of things. And so she never felt like she had time for any of it. So when I offered her this 10-week course, she was like, yeah, no. And so then I talked with her and we decided that we were going to go ahead with it. So she started taking the course. And what was extraordinary is that she began to realize what was and was not important. That was number one. But more than that, she became compassionate to herself for where she was and when she needed breaks. And the more breaks she gave herself, the better people started to treat her, the less they put on her plate, and time and space started opening up for her. So before, when she had like 15 minutes at the end of the day, she was exhausted, nothing was better. But then when she was able to realize that this time was completely a figment of her imagination, that it was that this busy work was keeping her stuck, all of a sudden things started opening up for her. And then guess what happened? It was extraordinary. So by the end of the course, she had more than enough time to do the course, which again was 2 to 4 hours a week, which is, as we've just spoke about, similar amount of time that you actually spend on your phone scrolling. So I'm just busting that myth for you right now, is that you definitely do have time. And then as well, what was amazing was in her studio, she finally felt like she had the time to create and broaden it, to make it bigger. And what was amazing is that now, today, she has moved almost fully into it as a full-time job. It's a beautiful experience for her. And she feels like she can credit everything that she learned about time and how much more she now has as a result. So that's a pretty cool story. I'm super proud of her and absolutely honored to have her as one of my students. So Sherry, you know who you are, and thanks so much for being part of it and for proving that time is absolutely one of those things that that just isn't what we think it is, right? And it can change. So what can you expect with Embody You Mindset Mastery is by the end of it, you will absolutely have more time. That is my guarantee. As well as you will have a sense of less busyness, that busy work. So that's an absolute guarantee for sure. And so finally, how to enroll. We just have a few days left. Today is Thursday. Sunday is the last day to enroll, and that will be completely closed out after that. So they only open 3 times a year. And I do have a cap on students. That's another thing to consider as well. And like I said, midnight on Sunday. So you can, through the link in my bio, there is Embody You there. Through the comment underneath of this post, I will have a copy paste that you can pop into a browser should you decide. And then there's just simply DMing me. I do offer 30-minute calls to talk with you to make sure that this is going to be a good fit, and to make sure that you do have enough time and everything like that. And yeah, so tomorrow is my final day of the live launch. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following along with me this whole time. And yeah, have a beautiful day and enjoy the rest of this sunshine. Okay. All right. Bye now.